¿Qué pasa, Pirila? Aquí Muchamiel. Hace un par de semanas se hizo viral un vídeo en el hardcore. Un vídeo bastante distinto de cómo pillar a los bots. Sabemos que hay un montón de bots en WoW, sobre todo en tema de Classic y también en hardcore, pero el hardcore es un poco distinto, pero hay un montón de bots. Ahora bien, lo de este vídeo no tiene sentido. Vamos a verlo. Este vídeo se llama Finally I Killed Level 54 Bot After 10 Days Chase on Hardcore. Vale, los números en español, o sea en inglés se leen en español y ya está, 54 y 10. Esto, lo demás, pues bueno. Quiere decir que por fin mató a un bot después de nivel 54, después de estar 10 días chaseándolo, persiguiéndolo y que el otro esquivándolo, hasta acabar con él. Bot nivel 54, hace 2 semanas. Esto es una animalada. A ver quién nos cuenta, porque esto es increíble.
So, today is the 24th. It's Christmas Eve and it's Christmas Day. And I will bring you, of course, a Christmas special.
Rito de Navidad, un poquito atrasado por mi parte.
Most difficult time to find. Usually it's the other way around. I find them instantaneously and it takes me 10 days to kill them. This time, it was the other way around. I had such a difficult time to find this guy that I had to call Detective Scorbit. Now, I saw this guy for the first time using...
¿Cómo que llamas a un detective? Lo hice en plan de broma. Vamos a ver qué tal.
In game.
Estamos hablando de, en este caso, Roesten.
At level 42. He was in Daenerys, and he stayed here all the way to 54 when I found him. And I was not even the guy who found him. Scorbit found him. So, I checked every spot on the map. I checked, of course, all of the turtles.
Claro, el Hunter puede revisar ese tipo de cosas.
Because usually I happened to find them on the beach after the late 50s. He was nowhere to be found. I also checked every single spot on the map where there are beasts that could be skinned. Also, sometimes they're farming the buzzards.
Claro, bestias que se van a desollar porque al fin y al cabo los bots lo que consisten es en matar bestias, desollarlas y vender esos cueros y demás. Es una de sus partes principales de los cuales se ganan oros.
No luck. I checked every skeleton on the map because that's also usual spot.
Claro, aquí todo el tema de los esqueletos son lugares de animales carroñeros, tanto buitres en este caso como llenas. Aunque de normal es encontrar más buitres que llenas, pero este caso justo es un poquito distinto.
And I couldn't find him. So then I thought to myself, maybe he's at the ogres, not the spot where you farm quests.
Ogros también.
Never at the spot where you can find quests, but just the 2 other.
Que es que al fin y al cabo encontrar bots y que realmente sean bots es bastante complicado. Sueles tener varias reglas de saber que alguien es un bot. Suelen tener los nombres de la mascota. El nombre del personaje ya no es tan representativo, pero el nombre de la mascota es el que es. Pone Bird, pone Boar, que es jabalí. Cosas así lo suelen llevar siempre iguales. Entonces, eso no cambia. Luego, el equipamiento que llevan también se ve extremadamente pobre para el nivel. Y al fin y al cabo, no olvidemos que en hardcore morirse cuidado. Fingir muerte muy al loro.
I checked every single layer and every spot.
¿Cómo se le ha currado,
And I just couldn't find him. It was getting so frustrating because
aquí lo tiene. Nivel 48 Hunter.
Every single time I would log on, I would see these guys get more levels. And I knew that he would have to change location in Daenerys if he wanted to continue on getting experience. So every single day I would still check for him. Still with
no lo
luck.
encuentran. Y no lo
Then
encuentran.
Scorbit said to me, "Have you checked the hives?" And I must admit, I've never checked the hives. Even
Las colmenas, cuidado,
especially the tunnels. If Osama
Pero
bin
sí que se
Laden
puede
was in
esperar a
one
estos
of these
bichos.
tunnels, he would still be alive. No one goes down.
¿Cómo?
If Osama
Los jugadores normales no van aquí. Especialmente los túneles.
bin Laden was in one of these tunnels, he would still.
Si Osama bin Laden estuviera en uno de esos túneles, todavía estaría vivo. Espectacular. Espectacular este pequeño matiz de humor, que es el humor que me gusta a mí, coño, qué bien.
For 20 years, and I still couldn't find him.
Estas cosas son la muerte.
Of course, I had to get Detective Scorbit on the case.
Seguiría
Because
vivo.
this guy, he has CCTV cameras all over Azeroth, and finally he found him.
El Scorbit.
So he texted me one day and said, "I got
Lo
him,
encontró.
bro. I got him. I'm not going to kill him. I want to let you guys. I want to let you get this kill because he knew."
Hostia, pero cuantísima búsqueda para no saber si alguien realmente lo
how
es.
frustrated I was to get this guy. Enjoy the clip. So, hunters are extremely strong. And this one is level 54, so he'll be difficult to kill with just one giant. I've seen level 49s be able to deal with these. And I need to bring the enraged one. It seems like there's only one of them. I don't think these guys social aggro. I've tried many times, but I haven't been successful doing so. Wait a second. They do social aggro.
Vale, vienen dos
Right?
gigantes,
I
los
didn't
gigantes que
touch
están
this
bajo el
one.
lado de
That one
Ultum.
came on its own.
El pavo este, pues cuidado, ¿sabes? Que aquí se te puede dar la vuelta.
Okay, this might work. That just means I have to
Quiero aquí
scatter shot
pegarles para que no se reinicie.
the skull, and then the other one would attack it as well.
Claro, con el
Please
aspecto
don't let
este.
this bot be as difficult
Míralo,
to
míralo,
kill
míralo, míralo,
as it
míralo.
was to find. It took me 10 days to find him. And I wasn't even the guy who found him. Scorpid found him. Sometimes it takes me
Cumple con lo de la mascota que es bot y mira cómo se queda aquí.
10 days to kill a
Un
bot.
jugador real nunca haría
This time
esto.
it took
Finge muerte al lado del jabalí para que el jabalí los ataque.
me 10 days to find the bot. So please don't have these on the watch.
Y se
on
lleva el
watch list.
agro. Fíjate cómo juega este.
He
Como
would
le
be
pegan,
running
se
by
pone el
now.
aspecto del mono. Pero sigue estando pegándole al otro.
Yeah, if he has them on watch list, because it's just if they come within the proximity.
Como le baja.
10 days, bro.
10 días. 10 días persiguiendo al pila este, ¿eh? Del 42 que lo encontró al 54.
10 fucking days.
Sigue pegándole todo el rato sigue pegándole al basilisco. Lo va a matar, que ya le queda poquito.
And there's the thing.
Finge muerte con poción.
There's no way for him to escape this now.
Cura a la
I'm
pet.
so happy. I'm actually shaking from this.
A ver, es una forma de botear un poco rara, pero
This feels so good.
se puede ver como que sí. Aquí ya no tiene nada que hacer.
My friend.
Obviamente es un bot.
You'll be on the ground.
Backpedalea.
You backpedal.
Ese backpedal puede haber sido de estar atento y jugarlo él. Este backpedaling es extremadamente raro.
You'll be on the
¿Por qué aquí? ¿Por qué el 5% de vida menos?
ground.
Backpedaleas.
Your backpedal won't help you.
Se murió.
Insta release, bro.
Insta
Classic
release.
bot movement. Fuck you, bro. So, even though that this guy ended up on the ground, you know how these bots work. He immediately started
E inmediatamente pilló otro y ya nivel 14.
a new character with almost the same name, and I've been monitoring this guy ever since. I will not be killing this guy in this video, so it will be one in the future. I suppose a week from now, I'll be seeing this guy in Teneris.
Será uno en el futuro. De esto hace 2 semanas. Es decir, podemos estar ahora mismo en el futuro. ¿Habrá otro vídeo de eso? Y la respuesta, para mi sorpresa, realmente es que sí. O sea, pero mirad cuántos vídeos tiene de matar bots. Esto es increíble. Tendremos que ver alguno más, ¿no? Dejadme por los comentarios si queréis que lo hagamos. Pero vamos, yo creo que sí. Mira todos los vídeos que tiene de matar bots. Hombre, pues alguno de ellos habrá que echarle un ojito, ¿no? Alguno de ellos. Hostia, qué chulo, no lo conocía. He visto este vídeo solo. Menos 6.000 pavos. This week top 3 bot kills. Creativity, skill and Ballsy moves. A ver qué pasa aquí.
So, yesterday I received a message from Scorbit, and he said that there was absolutely 0 bots today. He had been looking everywhere, and I had the exact same experience. I took a full day where I would just be hunting bots and basically trying to work on the fish bots because they are still everywhere. Level 20 bots in Teneris, in Ferralis, Hinterland, Stranglefawn Vale, and Ashara. And I haven't regular bots. So I think that we actually cleaned up the majority of fish.
A ver cómo los limpia, a ver cómo los limpia.
They're making a fortune off of these fish.
Pescadores
So
bots.
we're going to look into that next. There are still some bots that is unkillable for us because the operator of the...
Vale, algunos os preguntaréis que por qué hay bots en el hardcore, ¿vale? El oro en el hardcore tiene más valor que el oro en cualquier otro sitio. Entonces, si pueden sacar oro de aquí, pues lo van a vender por más dinero. Vale, básicamente es eso, ya que los personajes se mueren, hacen falta si quieres pillar otro.
Bot is actually manually looking over the operation, meaning that whenever we enter the zone, for instance, this bot is being... This particular operator has a couple of bots in Ferralis as well as Winterspring. As soon
Le ha puesto 4 marcas.
the zone, for instance,
¿Marca?
This bot
¿Marca?
is being... This particular operator has a couple of bots in Ferralis as well as Winterspring. As soon as I or Scorpit or anyone else enters the zone, which is known by the operator, they will either lock off, change layer, change zone, and sometimes they will just dismiss their pet and then use Shadow Melt in a corner somewhere until you leave the zone.
Hostia,
so this
míralo.
bot operator is very difficult to kill, and I suppose that the only way that we can deal with him is actually just mass report them. They are botting 99.999% of the time. The only you could say, the only moments that they're not botting is whenever we would enter the zone and try to find the bot. Then they start to manually take over in order to avoid us. So it's still a bot, he just manually looks over the operation. So today we are going to do something a little different. At the website currently we have 99 kills uploaded to the website. We have burned almost $6,000 from the botters. Very, very cool stuff. Ooh. I have chosen 3 clips that I want to showcase you guys from people on the leaderboard. And those 3 clips are based off creativity, how ballsy they are, and also the problem that I see is the biggest problem right now, which is the fish bots. And I want to encourage other classes than just hunters to get onto the leaderboard. I'm fairly sure that almost any class can probably kill bots in one way or another. And specifically the fish bots would be very, very cool for people to look into, because there is really no level requirement. They are always like level 20 or 21.
Siempre hay que matar a los bots.
And
siempre que podéis matar a uno, lo matáis.
Veil, for instance, people found a way to deal with them in a very, very cool way. And that's one of the clips that I want to show you. So,
increíble.
For our first top 3, I will be looking at creativity. And it goes straight out to this guy, Tribute, because he found a way to deal with the fish bots, regardless of what class they are. You see that I am able to kill fish bots which are warlocks or hunters, because they have a pet, and that makes a weird interaction whenever you do scattershot. But Tribute, in this clip, he shows us that you're basically able to kill any bot, regardless of what class they are, because of the mob that he's using. He's basically kiting a witch doctor, one of the troll witch doctors from mid Stranglethorn Vale, all the way through Stranglethorn and up the coast to where the fish bots are farming. And because this witch doctor puts down totems, he's able to take out both paladins and mages from using this mob. Super creative. I fucking love it, because the fish bots is what annoys me the most at the moment, because those are the ones that we can't really deal with. They stand usually in some very rural spaces on the map that is very, very difficult for us
para que los totems los pillen y les pillan. Ah, espectacular.
To deal with. So, super cool Tribute, and thank you for showing me this. I hope other guys will pick up on this and do it as well.
Qué grande, coño.
Now, second place goes out to Scorbit, and this is for 2 different reasons. First, he's number 1 on the leaderboard, which should always count for something. And number 2, his amazing pet control. Usually in hardcore, when you die in a dungeon group, it is probably because of the hunter, because he uses multi-shot, or because he's terrible at controlling his pet.
Sí,
well, some hunters are very, very good at this, and some hunters actually are able to play better than most people because they have their pets. And this is one of the ways that you can illustrate it.
Gente muy mala, pero muy buena.
Instead of going into Eye of the Beast, as hunters usually do, to kill bots, Scorbit is just manually going to control his pet, and also heal it during his time of picking up mobs and bring them to the bot. So things we have to notice here is that he has track humanoids on. And the reason for this, you'll see later, it's when he tries to locate the bot. Because he is using so much of his focus to collect these mobs and continue on extending the leash of the mobs that is already chasing. So every time he connects it onto a new mob, he uses Screech on that new mob, as well as all of the mobs that is following the pet already. So he further extends the leash. And now I will go to the point where he's offloading the wolves onto the bot here.
A ver.
He does the classic scattershot combo here. Unfortunately, his own pet was out. If his own pet was dismissed at this time, all of the mobs would be on the bot as of once, but it's all good. So right now there's 2, I believe there's 2 on the bot, and there's actually 5 wolves on top of Scorbit right now.
Era para que lo pudiesen matar.
Scorbit knows that if you run for 10 to 12 seconds, the mobs will change target. It's always like this in World of Warcraft. That is why safe spot works for these bots. So he didn't even have to feign death here.
Qué espectacular esta. Qué locura, qué espectacular esta.
Scorbit is like, yeah, I might as well collect 2 more mobs. Even though there's already 9 mobs hitting, now there's no 7 mobs, now there's 9 mobs going to hit the bot here.
Wow.
Yeah. The Void Walker is dead, and there's nothing that he can do. There's the health pot, and when they get low HP, they start to run. Always. That's how this Warlock bot works.
Qué locura.
Super cool, bro. Nice pet control.
Increíble.
And you're on top of the leaderboard, so You're doing a very, very good job.
Increíble cómo se ha
And this is
cargado
the
el
very reason why we
Warlock
cannot
este.
find any bots to kill anymore.
Qué
Because
locura.
people are actually very efficiently killing these guys. Now, top one for this week goes
Gran
to
Capitán.
Grand Captain motherfucking Tan, baby. And the reason is he's using the Overlord. So he's getting for the most ballsy bot kill for this week.
Tías, pilla el
This
pirón.
mob is so overtuned that you need to be 5 people in order to kill it. And you still almost daily you see people die to this
¿Vas
mob.
a matarlo
because
con esto?
People get a quest which is outside BRD. They're like, yeah, I can take this.
Vaya paladín
problem,"
geal,
and then
eh.
they fucking die. I myself tried to use this mob a while ago in order to kill the bot. Very, very stupid. If I had resisted my feign death, I wouldn't have been alive today. But Grand Capitan, he pulls it off. He even gets to maybe 10% HP 5 times doing this pull. So it's very impressive that he even
¿Cómo te
gets
lo
all
vas
the
a
way up
llevar
here
hasta allí?
without dropping aggro and say fuck it. I will
El
find a
Gran
different way to kill the
Capitán.
bot.
Qué nombre más
So
merecido,
now we're
coño.
at this point where he can see the bot,
Pero
but
es que
he
se puede
needs
morir.
Overlord to cast a Fire Nova. And as you see, the Overlord doesn't have a lot of mana. It starts to regenerate after a couple of seconds, and he still needs it to get it to about 300 mana before it can do a Blast Wave or a Fire Nova.
No me lo puedo creer.
And right there we see the Fire Nova. This doesn't mean that he can drop aggro and run away as of right now. It only means that the cat right now, which is the pet of the bot, would attack Overmaster after it is done with this spider. And then he can drop the aggro. So you see now the pet is engaged. Now the bot is on the aggro table. And you can
Esto
see
es
Grand
una
Capitan can now
puta
bubble
locura.
and run away.
Ya se está quedando con el gato.
You see
Esto
right
es
over
una
here to the
puta
right side. He
locura.
still has 20k threat on Overmaster. So he needs to get out of the range so the mob disappears out of his vision.
Sí.
As you see right here.
Living
Now
combat.
his threat is reduced to 0 and it's the bot versus
El
this
agro
mob
cero.
alone. And the good thing is the bot is going to use all of its mana to try to heal the
Lo
pet.
está curando,
And
¿eh?
if we are lucky, he doesn't have
¿Se
mana for
muere?
feign death. Most hunters, most of the bot hunters, they don't use feign death anyway. He just takes it right
60,
here.
¿eh? 60
It is
gigante
going
el
to,
bot.
he's going to start to run in a bit, and it does look like he might get a feign death off, but I can confirm this guy died. He is not on any of the armory lists, so he did lose his character right here. Boom. He's dead. It's not a feign death, he actually died, even though no text comes up. Very
Hostia,
good
qué
shit.
maravilla.
Thank you guys for watching this top 3. Thank you for all of you who have submitted clips. We're way above 100.
Qué maravilla cómo se cargan a los bots. Esta última del Gran Capitán ha sido espectacular, ¿eh? Qué guapo. Podríamos hacer eso alguna vez. Aunque con mi Warrior igual está más complicado. Pero tendríamos que matar bots, ¿eh? Qué chulo, tío. Cómo me ha gustado. Hay que hacerlo. Muchas gracias por ver el vídeo. Espero que te haya gustado. Si es así, dale like y suscríbete. Si no te ha gustado, no lo hagas. Recuerda que abajo en la descripción tienes todos mis links donde hago stream todos los días en Twitch. Y puedes venir a tirarte el Prime para así no ver anuncios. Muchas gracias por ver el vídeo. Y ahora sí, corten, por favor. Corten.